Hello friends, Father Charles with Salt at Lucium. Want to talk to you today about grief. Seems kind of like a weird thing, but grief is something that I think we are all kind of experiencing right now, but maybe isn't the word we're using for it. Now, you've not gotten a lot of videos from me, and I've missed a bunch of morning prayers over the past 6 weeks or so. I had a pretty big surgery back on March 1st, and haven't been able to get out in the woods at all. In fact, today is my very first time back in the woods at all since March 1st. I was grieving the loss of that normal. I would get to go into the woods 2 or 3 times a week with my dog and hike with her and walk, and that was such an important part of my life. And then the coronavirus thing blew up and changed even bigger aspects of my life. Not only was I recovering from surgery, hoping to get back to work, but now I can't go back to work. And the whole way I'm working is different and changed as well. And I know the same is true for a lot of you. And it's easy to feel kind of out of sorts, maybe a bit angry. And it's not really anger that you're experiencing or feeling. What you're feeling is grief. It's about the loss of something that you're used to, about the death, really, of your life and the way it was. Now, the good news is with the coronavirus, God willing, we start getting back to the way things used to be. So that is not a forever thing that we've lost, but there is something about our identity that's kind of tied up into the way we normally get to live our lives, and it's really hard to change that. Grief is one of those things that has to be worked for and worked through when it comes. You can't just pretend it's not there. Well, you can, but it's not going to work out for you because it comes out in all sorts of ways. Overeating and anger, overspending, fighting with your spouse or your partner, yelling at your kids, and just kind of a sense of general malaise. So, one of the biggest things to help with grief is to settle into what my oncologist, Dr. George, would always call your new normal. Now, this is a lesson I learned back in 2012 when I did my cancer treatment, and a lesson I'm having to relearn now. Now, what Dr. George would always say whenever you'd winch or moan about something, he goes, yes, that really sucks. But at least you didn't die from cancer. And now you've got to figure out what your new normal can be and how to live and be joyful and happy in that. Same thing is true for you now. So maybe your thing, like mine, is going out in the woods, and that's a bit harder to do now. Well, that sucks. You've got to figure out what your new normal is going to be and how to live that. You have to work from home, and your kids don't have school or childcare, and they're noisy because kids are noisy. That sucks. Let's admit it. That is terrible. But you have to start working on that new normal. The way I do that best is by working to develop a system where I have a rule of life, where I do the same sorts of things every day to help keep me grounded. And actually, one of the mistakes I made last month, recovering from surgery with the coronavirus, is I got off my rhythm of the daily office twice a day. And it ruined my life. It wrecked me. I am back on the horse, riding in the saddle again, and it's something you have to do as well. Every day, in my opinion, needs to start or end with talking to God, listening to God, and reading Holy Scripture. Those 3 things are kind of non-negotiable. They have to be done. Aside from that, you get some freedom. It should probably look like time with your family, time doing work, time working on your physical and mental health as well, and time just to goof off and not have to do anything. If you'd like some help becoming better friends with God, know that developing that new normal and a rhythm of life that you can keep. So my rhythm may not work for you, yours might not work for me, but it has to be a rhythm you can keep. And developing that and sticking to it can make all the difference in the world. If you would like help doing that, send us a note here at Salt at Lucium, and we would be happy to schedule a time to have a chat with you one-on-one to help you develop your new normal and the rhythm of life. Stay holy and salty, my friends.